Just go easy, Phelps.
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
If you don't mind, I'm trying to grasp a very elusive thought.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
At the moment, all I want to do is talk to the bottom of my glass.
You're free to speak to the regulars. Just don't shake them too hard.
Continue the response time.
We're here now.
KGPL to any unit. A citizen reports suspicious activity 111 South Alameda. Stand by for any Central unit.
One more time, pal, and I'll break your fucking jaw.
Help me out.
I'm pretty sure we didn't join all the dots at that crime scene, Phelps. Let's go back.
Gently. Keep on straight. We're taking the next left.
I'm sorry, madam. Police officer, I need your car.
I want it back! Seems like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
Stop. Turn back the other way.
Go right through here.
Any ideas?
Look around. Looks like she's been sleeping rough. I'll leave the examining to you, partner.
The witnesses, detective. They have the information you're after.
If you want a full report, you have to let me work.
What now?
There's more work to do here, Phelps. Leave me be.
Stay out of my way, and I will stay out of yours. Everybody's happy.
You need anything, sir, you just holler.
Incidental.
Never get into fights with ugly people. They got nothing to lose.
Rehab is for quitters. If you can fake sincerity, you got it made.
I don't think so.
Too slow, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
My job is to secure the crime scene. You need to review the evidence and speak to the witnesses.
We can talk about it later, Phelps.
Over here, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on, I'm coming.
Too slow, Rusty.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving. What are we waiting for?
Double time, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming. Hey, Cole, let's get moving. What are we waiting for? Hey, Cole, let's get moving. What are we waiting for?
Advice?
I'm pretty sure we didn't join all the dots at that crime scene, Phelps. Let's go back. Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
I got this gadget whiz guy putting recording devices in place.
What are we waiting for?
Too slow, Rusty.
I'm busy here, Phelps. Phelps!
KGPL to any unit. A citizen reports suspicious activity 111 South Alameda. Stand by for further for any center unit. KGPL to any unit. A citizen reports suspicious activity 111 South Alameda. Stand by for further for any Central unit.
Car 11K, go ahead with the further. LAPD, stop what you're doing.
Ah, shit.
Up for some of the rough stuff, are you?
Phelps, leave him be. What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
You! Get back here! Not good. Careful. These people! No harm done. Give it up, LAPD!
Frank Morgan?
Yeah, look, it was Harry's idea to boost the truck full of fishes, not mine. I was in the bar late talking and we...
Save it. You two idiots can say hello to Adrian for me.
Oh, God damn it.
Hey, come on! If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey. Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
I'm out of here.
Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps. Take the next right.
Watch it, will you?
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just...
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
I say we bust in there.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. You'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I don't go in for letting
I need an
gangsters off
address for a
scot-free.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thank you.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out. Mac, you're gonna kill us!
Any Central Unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
I think the power's gone to your head, Phil.
Any Central Unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
You should have iced those folks. You leave no witnesses, you stay out of the
I'm
post.
not riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. A stick-up charge is still a stick-up charge, and I ain't going back inside.
You're both coming with me. Don't do anything stupid.
Any Central Unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station.
You should have iced those folks. You leave no witnesses, you stay out of the post.
I'm not riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. A stick-up charge is still a stick-up charge, and I ain't going back inside.
You're both coming with me. Don't do anything stupid.
Officer needs help, 103 and East.
You gotta get me closer!
Put your hands in the air! Car 11K calling KGPL. Code 4 at the Lucas Avenue trolley station. The 459 suspects are in custody.
Roger, 11K. All units, code 4 on the 459 suspects at the Lucas Avenue trolley station.
Easy! Whoa there! If you're gonna drive like this, at least use the siren. Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it!
You're not helping.
Continue to respond.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6. Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene. He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
The cop who won a medal in solving all the cases?
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
Son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Lock him up! Throw away the key!
Give it up, LAPD!
Be careful! He looks dangerous!
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I?
Calm down!
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Cole, come on!
Emergency officer, I need your vehicle.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the fifth columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me. Seems there's a serious gulf between what you think you know and what you actually do, detective.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Come on, Tiernan. Either you killed her or she left the hotel. Why did she leave?
Look, I may have yelled at her. I was very drunk. It's hard to remember.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, I'm not so sure.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Evelyn was beaten to death with a lug wrench. We found a wrench at McCaffrey's apartment.
You see? It was McCaffrey. He had nothing but hatred for me and Evelyn.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear. Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks, ma'am. You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Looks like I was mistaken.
No man should be without history, Detective. Mine is colorful, but nothing more.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
Find another fall guy, Detective. I'm done.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends? You should let me go now. I've done nothing wrong. How come this is so hard to believe? A man and a woman getting along, liking each other just as friends.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure. Is standing around saying nothing, is this some kind of mental torture?
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Put him down with my sap.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
You guys got somewhere you need to be? You're ruining the ambiance. Haven't you got parking tickets to hand out?
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go? It's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead. You should let me go now. I've done nothing wrong.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, Detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
James Tiernan, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. I believe you didn't know what you were doing. I'll speak to the DA on your behalf. That's the best I can do for you now.
I'm going to assume that you both have very good excuses for what happened in my station today. You had a perfectly good candidate for a capital case, and somehow managed to choose a weak-willed sub-sister, while the murderous Red walks scot-free. I'm having doubts about what you're prepared to do to make a case, Phelps. If ever there was a time for manufacturing evidence, or extracting a confession, this was it! Now get out of my sight! Run down pickpockets and fruit flies, and leave the real work for men of substance.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first, then try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and Infilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
You're the reason brothers and sisters shouldn't marry.
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
I just don't know how to dance the bebop. Someone ought to take them home. What a skunk. Walking out on his wife like that?
Coroner says it'll take at least a week to get an ID.
To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night. Another snippet from the Shelley poem.
I just don't know how to dance bebop. I didn't deserve that. Someone ought to take him home. What a skunk. Walking out on his wife like that?
If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrellson.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller...
Hang on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in a public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed to... What does he want it
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously... believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Want another accommodation?
Someone ought to take him home.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We've got to get this guy.
I know. Enough women have that.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not going to take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with. Could we try not killing the people that pay our salaries? Rather you than me, Phelps. You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next? Elizabeth Short, Betty Short, Black Dahlia.
Elizabeth Short's Social Security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out? You got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
I survived the war for this.
You want a tip?
Him. It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citations. What a day to be a cop. That pencil pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
I don't know about you, but I feel more comfortable with the siren on. What do you think?
All units, ambulance shooting 943 South Broadway at Levine's Liquor Store. 943 South Broadway at Levine's Liquor Store. Any unit to handle code 2, identify.
11 King, go ahead.
You saw what happened?
I warned him about that cannon under the counter. He took a shot at a couple of stick-up men. He missed. They didn't.
Where are they now?
They ran across the street and into the parking lot. That's where I lost sight of them.
We gotta turn ourselves in.
Use your head, Wilt. The cops ain't exactly going to be grateful, and there's our records to think about. Shut up. I think I hear something coming.
Show me your hands!
Blast these fools, Phelps. He's in the truck.
Slow and steady, come on! against the rules to drive like this without a siren. You're a different man in front of the captain, fellas.
All units, the citizen reports a 211 in progress at 9th and Grand. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
From its curved roof, the mountain's frozen tear.
All units, the citizen reports a 211 in progress at...
Hit the sidewalk, all you! The place is closed for business, you hear? Oh shit! We got cops! Benny, get your nose out that...
LAPD! You got nowhere to go!
Right.
Throw out the guns!
Jake! Mikey! Oh, Jesus. Fuck the money! I'm gone!
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
It's not too late to give yourself up.
Now, are we gonna make a bargain or what?
Put the weapon down now.
Holy Toledo!
"11K calling KGPL. We're code 4 on the 211 at Rawlings Bowling Alley."
All units, code 4
From its curved roof, the mountain's frozen tear. Hang down, raining forth. Doubtful light.
Doubtful is right.
A chandelier. The glass dome at the Halls of Justice. It's worth a shot, Rusty.
Okay, Professor, one shot's all we got.
Can I help you, sir?
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Let's go.
I'm going out there, Rusty.
Better you than me.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch. From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing, Ken. Come on, come on.
It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
The Molar Dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Continue to respond, King.
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. We got you now, genius. We're coming for you. Hey! Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
I get the point.
Officer needs help, 103 MD.
Give me a break. Whoa, if someone reports this... If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
This guy's got a screw loose.
Where next?
From the temples high of man's ear and eye. It has to be the tower at the public library, doesn't it?
You say so.
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it!
I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there. Still getting tired.
You'd slow me down anyway, old-timer.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace. Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down. We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
watch it, will you? Hey! Calm down.
So what next?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
What do you think?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
Of dead destruction, ruin within ruin, ruined skeletons, jammed in the hard, black, deep...
Yeah? I don't get it.
The tar pits, Rusty. All those remains they found there, of course our guy's attracted to it.
Well, let's hope he got stuck in them.
Phelps! Jesus, Phelps!
Out of the car! Police!
I only picked it up an hour ago. You will be careful.
I get the point.
Over here, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Code 6.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
You know, putting the siren on might remove the element of surprise from your hit and runs. God, you're gonna kill us!
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
I'm at a loss.
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
What do you think?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
Advice?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
Any ideas?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
So what next?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil? Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil? Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
That's no way to... Cole!
Poor lady killed this.
Peanuts are walking down the street. One was assaulted. That broad has socks in it.
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil? Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
Of dead destruction, ruin within ruin, ruined skeletons, jammed in the hard, black, deep...
Yeah? I don't get it.
The tar pits, Rusty. All those remains they found there, of course our guy's attracted to it.
Well, let's hope he got stuck in them.
Just go easy, Phelps. Easy. Hey, come on!
I'm sorry, sir. Police officer, I need your car.
Cole, come on!
Sir, step out of the car, please. LAPD.
You can't do this!
Hang a right. So wait for the next turning and go right. Whoa there! Gently. Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it!
Do you ever shut up?
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Very funny. Whoa!
Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils? The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Steady.
How you doing out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing. Whoa!
You don't want to fall in now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking. Whoa! One of Teresa Terrelson's shoes. A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe, and another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run around all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy? Bunch of spheres. Planets, maybe? Got any idea? So this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
Bunch of spheres. Planets, maybe? Got any idea? Bunch of spheres. Planets, maybe? Got any idea? Bunch of spheres. Planets, maybe? You got any idea? Bunch of spheres. Planets, maybe? You got any idea? Bunch of spheres. Planets, maybe? You got any idea?
coal!
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Slow and steady, come on!
If you want instructions on how to wipe your ass, you let me know.
Sorry! My partner isn't the greatest driver in the world! Bunch of spheres. Planets, maybe? You got any idea? Bunch of spheres. Planets, maybe? You got any idea?
A sphere which is many thousand spheres, solid as crystal yet empty. Isn't there an armillary sphere at the LA County Art Museum?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's go.
I need you to take a left at the next corner. Hey, come on!
And on it goes. When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
What are you, a lineman?
Leave him be.
You ever been in here, Galloway?
No. I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I'm gonna wait here and have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meetings.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry. Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and prisons. No, it couldn't be.
See? That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
Survived the war for this?
All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. The Titan guy. You have the stoush with God.
Very good.
All that egghead stuff? I'm sticking to the funny papers and the form guide. You sleep better at night. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. We need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. All right, think. You need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart. You gotta be kidding. We're driving
LAPD,
this?
I need your car, now.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole? All right, think. You need to find some thrones and altars. Quick, smart.
No way to drive!
He's sending us to that movie set they made for Intolerance. I think the message might be on the throne there.
Didn't I read about you shooting that place up 6 months ago?
We've all got to make our names somehow.
I get the point. Give me a break. Hey! Mac, you're gonna...
There's the throne up there. Now it's just a matter of getting to it.
Galloway, I need you.
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished.
Jesus, now look what you did! Hang on, Paul, I'll get you off! Jesus, now look what you did! Hang on, Paul, I'll get you off!
Too slow, Rusty. Over here, Rusty.
Jesus, now look what you did! Hang on, Paul, I'll get you off of there!
Gotta make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers. The place he calls home. End of the line.
No! Come on! Ah, no!
I thought the whole thing was going to come crashing down on you.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
You find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out. Might see this as a cry for help.
For God's sake, Phelps. I'm not trying to justify this.
Hear me out, Rusty. This guy has been successfully slaughtering women in this town for half a year, maybe longer. He researches who he kills, and then plants evidence so that we always have someone to go after. If he hadn't sent the letters in the poem, he could have gone on forever. We would have been none the wiser. We would have 4 executed men on our conscience and have been happy about it. Why else is he doing this?
This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? If you use the siren, maybe those metal things in front of you called cars will know you're in a hurry. This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it? This whole thing is religious. Man against God. This isn't about church, is it?
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
The religious imagery in the stanza. I think it's a church. But which one?
The brother said we're either looking for a sailor or a minister. Frankly, I can't see this whack job preaching to a congregation on Sunday.
No, that doesn't fit.
How about that abandoned church? No one's gonna bother him there.
Worth a look, Rusty. Let's go.
Jesus, Phelps!
Whoa there! Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it? Do you remember me, detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in here like lambs dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see about that. Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house. LAPD, give yourself up.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I hate to think what he's done with this thing. Medical experience, maybe? At least some working knowledge of biology. He's cruel and he's methodical. You realize this must have been the place, Rusty. It's the basis for all his riddles. Prometheus defied the cruel gods. This guy thinks he's doing the same thing.
Defying gods can be hazardous to your health.
If we can bring him in alive, there's enough physical evidence for an airtight case.
You heard him, Cole. He's fucking nuts. What are the chances of hauling him out of here alive? We're going down there.
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
You're an interesting man, Detective. Why the police force? You're obviously overqualified.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
We're going down there.
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
You're an interesting man, Detective. Why the police? You're obviously overqualified.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
Surrender now or I will use deadly force. This thing has come to an end. You know that.
Are you acquainted with slaughter? Have you felt the fear? Understood the power? Are you comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable here?
You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever. Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force. This thing has come to an end. You know that. You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever. Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist. Surrender now. This thing has come to an end.
You're exactly what I expected. We were...
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
Are you finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him. The city owes you both. But there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's gonna happen?
A mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go. The DA knows how we'll have to play it.
That's it?
It is. And I have some news for you, Phelps. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go to the glory boys of advice, but my hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours. Celebrate your promotion.
Breathe out, kid. You'll go purple.
I'm scared, Sarge.
Everybody's scared, kid.
Anyone who says he isn't is a damn liar. How many times have you been in combat, Sarge?
I was with Raider Battalion on Peleliu my first time.
Was it bad?
It's always bad.
Will this be bad?
As bad as it gets, kid. But you stick by the Marine next to you, and he will stick by you.
So, some of the guys, they aren't very friendly, Sarge.
They've lost a lot of their friends in the last couple of days, kid. They think if they don't get to know you, that they won't have to grieve for you if you get killed. They're wrong. It doesn't work that way. Don't worry. No Marine in this company will let you down.
Phelps, welcome to Vice. This is your new partner, Roy Earl. Take a seat. A special request was made to transfer you to Ad Vice. We need a man with your kind of starch on this desk, son. We have 2 dead Negroes found in an apartment this morning on Yucca Street. Number 6358, apartment 5.
We got better things to be doing than wasting our time on 2 dead junkies.
Did I ask your opinion, detective? 2 men dead on U.S. Army issue morphine. That makes it an advice case. Beat it!
Yes, sir. You and the lieutenant have some history?
You could say that. We used to be partners. So, you're working with the big boys now, Cole?
I guess so, Roy. I thought homicide was the primo assignment.
That may be the case. I asked for you personally, Phelps. I had to pull a few strings to get you over to Advice. How does it feel?
The lieutenant seems to think I'm doing okay.
Okay? Don't get humble on me, Phelps. You're doing great. You're the department pinup boy. War hero and crime fighter. What a combination.
I can assure you I'm no war hero, detective.
Let's rouse some hopheads.
Nice car, Roy. Is it department issue?
No, this is my sled. You can't be seen slumming it in a Nash if you're in Vice Cold. Meanwhile, we got needle freaks kissing it goodbye all over Central Avenue.
Any in the vicinity also needs assistance. 1825 North Highland Avenue, 1825 North Highland Avenue. Unit to handle code 2 identify.
Look out! I hope you got some money saved up.
Any in the vicinity also needs assistance. 1825 North Highland Avenue, 1825 North Highland Avenue. Unit to handle code 2 identify.
This is car 11. Detective Phelps, I got the call for assistance. Who are the suspects?
Bank robbers. Same gang that took the Citizens National Trust and Savings last month.
Move, I gotcha.
Throw out the guns.
That's it. That's all of them.
Look where you're going!
They really picked a prize shithole for our first date.
It's up the stairs, detectives. Around the corner, last door on the left.
I'm all done. Your show now.
Carruthers,
Phelps?
I've been reassigned to Advice.
What have we got?
2 stiffs. Overdosed. Been dead a couple of days.
Government issue morphine. We use the same syrettes in Okinawa.
Fucking Negro junkies can't take supply this pure.
You know these guys?
I know of them. The younger one's a 2-bit horn player by the name of Cornell Tyree. The other one works in distribution. Started using a little too much of his own product, and Jack D took exception. He wasn't born that ugly. His name's Lamont. Tyrone Lamont.
So who's supplying the drugs?
That's easy. Whoever knocked off the wharves in San Pedro. Jack Dragna, Mickey Cohen. Dope's been all upside down ever since Jimmy Utley started the long walk at Quentin.
You talk about it like it's a system.
It was a system.